Like that's the real question in science. Where did we come from? Just because science wanasemanga the Big Bang theory, and it makes so much sense. The scientists are saying that at this particular time, the two galaxies were this close.
Yes.
Approximately.
Yeah.
And now they are this apart.
Approximately.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. According to you, what is this non-physical phenomenon?
No,
because
there are a lot of them. Non-physical. I can force radioactivity is a non-physical phenomenon.
It is energy. That's energy.
But it's non-physical.
It's energy.
It's not physical.
Is it energy?
Is it physical?
Is it coming from somewhere? This coming from a physical source?
Now, is it?
I'm asking you.
Radiation is
energy. Does it come from a physical thing? Radiation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another podcast ya SD podcast katika Shepherds TV. Na leo nataka kuongea maneno fulani kuhusu religion and science, one of the very tricky topics. Anico na mzimbiting hapa. Jamaa wangu atatuambia hii nani.
Sawa. Mimi naitwa Isaac na nimejua niko for some time na niko best yangu sana. Hata tuone venye hii discussion itakuwa. I hope tamweza. Tamweza lakini.
Okay. Wewe kulingana na wewe. What is religion and what is science?
Mimi kwangu religion is a way of life for a particular people and set of people. They can, and it varies from regions, either separated by high mountains or large bodies of water. Religion, every single part you go, you will find a way of life of that particular people, and religion is the holy way of life. But science, on the other hand, science is a method. It's a method used to gain knowledge. So if you want to do something or gain something knowledge about something, what you will do in order to know what the knowledge you want to attain, it's a method. It's called science. It's a method.
A method. So science is a method.
Yeah.
I think religion. Okay. Kwanza unadhania kuna Mungu ama supernatural being, a superpower, supernatural being.
That's
debater.
Me. Yeah, it's debater. Okay. But as for me, I don't think.
Don't think
there's someone.
Kwa nini you don't think? Because okay, according to me, religion is a man's way of trying to figure out their origin. A man's way of trying to get closer to God. Okay? Now, science, according to me, science is a study of the things that are the creations. Okay? It doesn't matter the perspective gani imetoka hiyo creation, it's just the study of the things that are. Acha niseme hivyo. How they came to be, how they are affecting the people living around certain areas. I think that is science. It's a study of, let's say, nature ama vitu kama hizo. Na religion is a man's way of trying to know the supernatural being, which we call God. Yeah.
But that, you have just brought up a claim of God, but you bring zero. Utuonyeshi, put up a claim that religion is trying to find God, but what steps are you taking to uone Mungu?
Okay, man. In fact, tukisema man himself amekuwa akijiuliza, where did I come from?
Uh-huh.
True.
Yeah.
In fact, kila mtu juliza tumetoka wapi.
That's a natural question.
That's a natural question.
Yes.
Na that's why pia man amejaribu kama na science.
Yes.
So that ajaribu kutafuta where did we come from.
Yeah.
Not just man, the whole creation ilitoka wapi.
Yeah.
Na that's why kuna Big Bang theory, creation theory, evolution theory. All these things are theories yenye man amejaribu kamnayo kujaribu kuvalidate where he came from, or to search where nature came from. And so where it came from, ndio maana kakuja akaona lazima niwe ni come from somewhere. Unaniona? That's your place yenye nimekama mwenye alifanya nikue. That being is a super powerful being, supernatural being. Huyo msee anaitwa God.
Sasa how comes ume come up na conclusion? Yes, there is someone. How did you come up with a conclusion that there is someone?
Okay. So where do you think man ali come from? Kulingana na where do you think where tulitoka wapi? Where did nature come from? Where did the world come from?
Mimi naweza sema that's the real question in science. Where did we come from? Just because science wanasemanga the Big Bang theory, and it makes so much sense that it's so hard to put it in words, but that thing makes so much sense, and kuliko all other theories zenye zime come up along, because with the Big Bang theory we can show you, scientists can show you it went this way, it will progressive. But
until which point?
Okay, you know the Big Bang theory, yes?
Yeah. Ama wajui hebu waelezee
the Big Bang theory in a state. In fact, ilitokana na the knowledge ama the revelation to a scientist that the universe is expanding. So with the common knowledge, you think that if it is expanding, there was a time in reverse. Now it was reversed. So there was a time very many years ago, there was a point in time that the whole universe was together in a very, very, very compressed or very small place. And when the Big Bang happened, whatever caused it, no one knows. But when it happened, everything, the whole universe, everything was spread apart. And that's why we are up today. We can say that the universe is expanding.
So that idea that the universe is expanding, is it provable? Is it provable? Can it be factual that the universe is expanding?
Oh yes.
How? Let's say like the distance between the Earth and the Sun. Right now, it is different from the way it was yesterday.
No. I think.
Or is it different from the way it was few years ago?
No.
It is the same.
In fact, it varies. First of all, unafaa ujue the Earth.
So the answer is no to my question.
Okay, I'll give you
the answer is a yes or a no. If at all the universe is expanding, then also the distance between the planets should be expanding. The distance between the planets and the sun should be expanding, because the space is being created, it is expanding. True.
Yes.
So, is it a fact that if we check the distance between the sun and the earth today, and to say like a decade ago,
yes,
the distance will expand?
In fact, it's almost constant.
Okay.
Now
that's the answer. It is constant.
It's constant.
Yeah.
Now let me give you the expanding universe. The way things happen, things work. We are held together by gravity. Now the sun the Earth is locked to the sun by gravitational pull. And you know the gravitational pull by Einstein and the gravitational pull by the other guy was called who? Newton.
Yeah, Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton alisema that gravity is the pull, is the force acting between two massive bodies. Two bodies.
The force acting between two massive bodies.
Yes.
Okay.
Einstein, on the other hand, alikama up na the space whatever inaitangwa the space what, the space curvature inaitangwa, I can't really recall the name, but it's a very common as nini, I remember nakwambia theorize hivi that instead of a force acting between two bodies, that this body and this body are attracting each other, the heavier body wraps the space-time. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. The space-time, if we put it in like a mesh,
Yeah.
The heavier body ina wrap up the space-time, inaifanya inakuwa kama funnel hivi. So when the spinning body, the lesser spinning body, revolve around it, it almost it will just go in circles like this, because this thing look like a funnel like this, you see? So it will go round like this. It is constantly rolling like this.
Okay.
So the distance between the sun and Earth is almost constant.
Yeah.
The universe, on the other hand, like the Milky Way, the Milky Galaxy, if the Milky Galaxy as a galaxy is held up together, it's not expanding. The Milky Galaxy, it's not expanding.
Yes.
The universe is. Ni kama umetupa
So
balls.
we have galaxies.
Yes.
Let's say we have galaxies. I would say let's say we have those galaxies. We have galaxies.
Galaxies are there.
Galaxies.
So very many
galaxies. So the universe may expand.
The galaxies
are just intact.
No, the galaxies are intact.
They are intact. They are not expanding.
But the space between these galaxies is expanding,
because the galaxies are part of the universe.
So they'll give you a perfect example, like marbles. The moment I throw marbles, every marble scatters. You see, but this piece of marble is not scattering in itself.
Okay.
It's more like that. It's held up together.
Yeah.
But the distance between this marble and this marble is continuously
expanding.
Yes.
Yeah. So the galaxies, the distance between galaxies,
and
they expand.
The galaxies and everything in the
galaxies.
Yes.
Yeah, they expand.
Yes. Between the galaxies now.
Now,
but in the galaxies,
is that a theory or a fact?
Those are theories.
It's a theory. And
those
what
are
is
theories.
A theory?
Yes, those are theories.
Yes, it is a theory. And what are theories? What is a theory?
Theories are put up. Theories are ideas.
Yeah, generally. Okay, so it is a theory. It is not a fact. So so should we believe in a theory?
Now, a theory. Now, everything has been a theory.
Yeah.
First of all, if you put up something,
scientifically,
yes,
everything is a theory, because science is a study.
If
you study something and you come out with a theory, in fact, even the issue of gravitational pull,
it's a theory.
It's a theory.
Now, I'll ask you a question. Everything come up in the new world, it's a theory first. First, it's a theory, and then it is worked upon, and it moves from being a theory now into fact.
Not everything, because if I get outside and I see a tree, I will say this is a tree. That
we are talking scientifically.
Ideas.
We are talking scientifically.
Okay, scientifically.
Okay, for example, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Electricity. There was a time hakuna mtu anaongeza conceptualize the idea of electricity.
Yeah.
Yes. So when these guys came up with these ideas, and very many, they were theories. They were taught, zilikuwa theories, as in, until they were proven, until they were workable, it moved from being a theory now the electricity and whatever, this, zote, until they became now facts. For example, lightning, it was theorized. Ilikuwa theory ati the gods are the gods making it, or what's happening.
You know, when
until it was studied, ikakuwa kind of measured, it was put into the normal aspect, you can say the box of education.
Theoretical.
And it moved from being a theory into a fact.
So the Big Bang theory has not yet become a fact.
Exactly. So it is being worked upon.
It is different from electricity.
It is being worked.
No one will go to the space with a measuring tape.
No,
and
you don't need a measuring tape.
Can measure the distance between galaxies.
You don't need a measuring tape.
And nobody can know how close the galaxies were.
You can.
1 million years ago.
You can.
How?
You can.
How?
Wakati unaangalia hizi vitu kwa telescopes.
I'm not saying telescope. A million years ago there were no telescopes.
Yes, they are. They are. Now these things.
Were there telescopes 1 million years ago?
No. There were.
So there were no telescopes in space 1 million years ago.
Yes.
So right now I cannot know the distance between the galaxies 1 million years ago.
You can.
How?
I'll give you a perfect example.
No, just tell me how.
I'll give you a perfect example.
Yes.
If I photograph a speeding car,
yeah,
you see, and it's not a video, it's just a photo, and in a shutter in a very quick, in quick succession, iweze kupiga even 2 images. Hii gari ikiwa hapa, and the next photo hii gari ikiwa hapa. You don't need the rest of the footage here. Nikuulize, hii gari ilikuwa lini hapa? At what time was this car here? Not at the time yenye ilipigwa.
Yeah.
You see? So we have a gap here. Yenye we have no knowledge, but just by simple calculation and the
approximation.
Sometimes it's not even approximation.
It's approximation.
We cannot approximate. If we do know the speed of the car, if we do know the distance, we do these things happen.
It is approximation.
Okay, it's approximation.
Yeah,
so we can tell without the rest of the footage.
Yeah, we can tell
at what time.
At what time?
Approximate to a very accurate.
But we can approximate.
Yes.
Okay. So the fact there is approximation.
So we don't need.
Continue.
So we don't need the rest of the footage. Nikwambie the distance.
Yeah.
From this galaxy to this galaxy, a million years ago.
Yeah. So this is what you mean that a man can now go and take images of the galaxy and come and tell us 1 million years ago. He will be approximating 1 million years ago they were this close and now they are this far.
Yes.
So the galaxy, the universe is expanding.
Yes.
The galaxies are not expanding. The universe is expanding.
I think the galaxy. Okay, what makes a galaxy? First of all,
you just say it. This is what you say. This is what you say.
Yeah.
This is what you say.
What's hold up?
That galaxies are like marbles.
Yes.
You've given an example of marbles.
Yeah,
so galaxies are many in the universe, true, and so the galaxies are not expanding. The marble is not expanding.
Yes.
It is the universe,
the whole universe,
that is expanding. Yes. So you will approximate the speed between, not even the speed, the space between these galaxies 1 million years ago and like today, how that is approximation, which approximation also is not a fact. It is approximation.
But
true or false?
If I approximate, for example,
if I say approximately 1,000 years, okay. If you ask me how old is your grandmother, I will tell you, and I tell you like approximately 100 years.
Is
she 100 years?
Is it okay? That statement, is it true or false?
It is approximately. I don't know her. I don't know her age.
Okay, it
is okay. I'll say approximately. Let's say approximately 6 a.m. That
is it true or false?
it is not. I have not given you your answer.
So it's not.
That
It's
is-
neither true.
If
or
I tell you
no.
I woke up at exactly 6:30 a.m.,
Yeah.
that is true. That's a fact. That's what you want. That's the answer.
Yeah.
But if I tell you approximately, it's like saying I think around 6 a.m.
So
I think
with
around
that statement, is it true or false?
it is not.
It's neither true.
It is neither true nor false.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is approximately.
So, but we can. When you say you woke up around 6,
That's where I want us to agree that it is neither true or false that the space between these galaxies can be identified. It is approximation. They can just be approximated.
they can be approximated.
Yeah.
At this particular time, it was this close,
Yeah.
and now it is this apart.
Okay, now we were talking about the Big Bang theory.
Mhm.
Okay, level the space you said that the place ulikuwa umefika is that the universe is expanding. Okay,
Mhm.
and now we've said that it is an approximation that they are expanding,
Mhm.
which is neither.
It's not an approximation that it is expanding. It is expanding.
The
No.
approximation means
No.
that the distance between them.
We are approximation is the distance.
Yeah.
The scientists are saying that at this particular time, the two galaxies were this close.
Yes.
Approximately.
Yeah.
And now they are this apart.
Approximately.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
In
that
fact-
is it. Let us conclude that your side topic couple. Continue now. Now the universe is expanding. Now the universe continue now. A long time ago, Kasema, they were close, or maybe they were one thing. Is that where you are heading?
No, if you reverse it at that particular point, there was a point when everything was together.
That thing that was together, where did it come from?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Exactly.
Now, in Ichwangwa, is it the first or the third rule of thermodynamics? Ile inasemanga energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It only moves from one form to another.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are all energies,
Yes.
scientifically proven.
Yeah.
Everything existing is energy.
Yeah.
True or false?
Exactly.
So everything existing is energy, and according to evolution, everything at a certain particular time was something.
Mhm.
Was a bacteria, or is it a bacteria? Tuseme tu an organism tu is it a cell?
No. At that particular time, wakati the universe.
Everything, not even the universe, the living things around. Now, ilikuwa one thing, or maybe that universe, all of it was one thing. Was it a living thing?
No.
Okay. How did a non-living thing produce a living thing?
Now, okay. First of all, kuna mahali
So
umesema
there is, if we are talking about,
Nimekushika.
yes,
there is a place umesema that energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
okay,
Do you know the famous equation ya E equals to mc squared? Sindio?
yeah,
Where the energy E is the
is the energy
is equals to the mass and the times
times, yeah.
the speed of light squared.
Okay, let's continue.
You see?
Nikikuuliza hiyo swali
You see?
tutachinda hapo.
You see, it's so from mass we can get energy, and from energy we can get mass. So wakati unasema
So is there life in mass?
ati is there life
In mass,
in mass?
yeah.
Life as in
You said from mass we can get energy. Or you mean mass?
Yes, yes,
not
yes.
mass the planet. Okay, continue.
from mass. Ati umeuliza if there is life in mass.
No, achana nayo, nimekupata. Endelea.
So wakati unasema ati hii haiwezi fanyika hivi, ati energy haiwezi, ati that particular time unasema haikuwa, there was nothing, as in hata nimepoteza my train of
This is what I was saying. Wewe ndio umepoteza. I say wewe mwenyewe ulisema according to the Big Bang, in fact, the Big Bang, it is a bang that happened, and this thing was separated in different
direction,
like that. So it's a Big Bang. So it will explode. The small ones pia zikaendelea hivyo hivyo. Is that usually the Big Bang? In short, sawa. So they can create planets na whatever. Even ndio hata life binadamu alicreatiwa.
Yes.
Hata simba ikacreatiwa.
Yeah.
So what we are saying that there was an original source. Original source. Even this thing it had an original source. That original source pia ni energy, because energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Unaelewa? So that's where umeuliza God is umesema God is cannot be proven or so God anaitangwa in Jesus wanamuita Abba, which wamekuja kutranslate as father, but the name Abba itself does not mean father. Actually the name Abba means source. Unanipata? The name Abba means source. So the source of everything that is God.
That's a conclusion.
No, it's not a conclusion. The same way it's not a conclusion.
You have just concluded.
There's a place that I'm going to. Shanipata. The same way pia umesema that thing, where it came from, you don't know. The scientists haven't known. They will never know. As a matter of fact,
they will not know.
So this is what I mean.
There is a limit to how we will.
Because energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Ushanipata. So we are all energies, but we came from energy. To sisi wote we came from an energy. Okay, so this energy, the source of everything is what we call God. The source of all that is.
Yes. If the source of everything is called God,
yes,
God is something, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is something.
Yes.
Why don't mbona hutakubali niulize? Where did this something come from?
Yeah. Now,
as in, if hiyo ni zile vitu za
the same way if I ask you this thing that exploded, where did it come from?
I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. The same way if you ask me where did God come from, the same way I don't know. But so if you should be if you are a fair person, you should understand that even if I ask you where did this thing come from, you don't know. The same thing you should expect from me, that if you ask me where did that God come from, I should tell you I don't know, because it's the same. It is the same ground, level ground.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you say there is no God, let me finish first. If you say there is no God, today I ask you, show me your great grandfather. How will you show me where your great how will you prove that your great grandfather was there? Or
I'm here.
You are there.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are and your sisters, you are the only proof that your great grandfather existed.
Yes.
And the moment I see you, it is just a logical thought that this guy, at one time, there was a man who represents his great grandfather. True or false?
It's true.
The moment I see you.
Yes.
Okay? So, but you cannot show me this is my great grandfather. You can't even prove to me that he is. Yeah. True or false? The same way if you ask me, now, where is God? You understand? I'll tell you, because I exist. That is a proof that God exists. Because the whole universe, it is written that the whole universe declares the glory of God. Everything that we see, it's not a matter I say, no, this is good. The same way you two cannot show me this is my great grandfather. But you can tell me his name was so and so, but you cannot show me. But the fact that you exist, even if I ask you that question, I am stupid.
But now here comes the problem.
Yes.
At least I am sure my great grandfather, great whatever, was a human being.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, just because you see this hata ina go to the absurdity.
I know where you are going.
Kwa sababu if I exist is the proof that my great grandfather existed.
True.
My great grandfather was a human being.
Yeah.
If you go with the same line of thought, is God a man?
We were created in the image and likeness of God.
No. You just say, just because you exist, it's
not
proof.
just me, everything.
Everything
that is.
Now I'm saying, because you exist, God exists.
Yeah.
And God was there.
Yeah. Not he was, he is.
Now that's the problem.
God is.
Now that's the problem.
This is what you should
now you're telling me he is there, but you don't have anything to show that he is there. You see, on my
I have a lot to show.
Give me a moment.
Yeah.
On my grandfather's side, I can't show you.
You can't show me. You can just say that we exist, so he existed.
Yes. Yeah. He was. He is extinct. He was. On your part, he is. But you don't have any proof. You don't have anything that you can show me. He is. You see, yours is living.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you a question.
That's the problem. Let me ask you a question. Do you think, or according to you, is there a different dimension of existence above the physical dimension?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Do you believe in the works of Nikola Tesla? Was he a scientist?
Oh yes.
A proven scientist?
Yeah.
Okay. Nikola Tesla, in his own words, he said, if we begin to study the non-physical phenomenon, we will be able to achieve more than we have achieved in our entire centuries of existence in only one decade. If we begin to study the non-physical phenomenon, what do you think he meant?
I think dark matter.
Not dark matter. What is dark matter?
Dark matter is the universe, as I was in. In fact, one estimate we only know 4% of it.
But these things are physical phenomena.
Yes.
They are not non-physical phenomena. He said non-physical phenomena.
Non-physical.
Yeah. He said if we begin to study the non-physical phenomena, in one statement of his, he said that once I was in the light and part of the light, and in it I could see the past, the present, and the future all at the same time.
First of all,
according to you, what is the non-physical phenomenon?
I don't know.
Okay.
But give me a moment. Yeah. Nikola Tesla was born and raised a Christian.
To some point.
Until he began
until a certain point of his life. Yeah.
But he had the ideas since childhood. Alikuwa na those ideas.
In fact, Nikola Tesla peke yake amesema about studying more than the physical thing.
Yeah. That's
in fact, I don't know. There's another scientist who said that we are not geniuses. You see, he said we are not geniuses. We only tap from the non-physical phenomenon. We only tap information from the non-physical phenomenon. So I don't know what you mean.
Now you see, those are not. They cannot be taken as biblical truth.
That's we are not talking about Bible.
Yes.
We are talking about
it's not just because
I know the explanation.
Just because Nikola Tesla said it, it's not always right.
Yeah, I understand you. But now it is not only Nikola Tesla who said. In fact, according to your work, you've said lots of them. You know.
Yeah.
So, according to you, what is this non-physical phenomenon?
No,
because
there are a lot of them. Non-physical, I can focus. Radioactivity is a non-physical phenomenon.
It is energy. That's energy.
But it's not physical.
It's energy.
It's not physical.
Is it energy?
Is it physical?
Is it coming from somewhere? This coming from a physical source?
Now, is it?
I'm asking you.
Radiation
is energy. Does it come from a physical thing? Radiation.
It does come from physical.
Yeah.
So is it physical?
Now I'm asking you.
No.
The origin of radiation is a physical thing, true or false.
It's so.
But so if you want to know more about radiation and where it is coming from, you'll study the physical thing, true. But now this guy is saying that if we study the non-physical phenomenon, now that is another point. Gravity is an idea, as you say, it is the idea. These are ideology because no one can see gravity. No, if I say now, let me give you an example. This is a cup. If I had like a paper and I throw them both up, will they fall at the same speed?
No.
Why?
There's air resistance.
There's air resistance. So this thing is denser than air, and it is denser than paper. So its speed downward will be higher than that of a paper. True. So what makes you think that it's the gravitational pull pulling this thing down? What don't you think that it is because this thing is heavier than air, that's why it is dropping?
If at all, if it's heavier than air,
yes,
then there's astronauts in the ISS wangekuwa wanaanguka chini.
Where? Who said? That's another topic.
No,
they say
no.
Because if we say, listen very well. The space.
Do you know
that anybody has ever gone to the space?
Okay. There comes a time.
They even told us that somebody went to the moon. Now, who told you that they have ever crossed and gone to space?
Okay. On the moon part, myself, I don't think we went to the moon.
But on your way to the moon, you go through space.
Yes. At least, I don't know the moon part.
Okay, let me ask
you. I think the Americans walitudanganya. At least, I'm very, very sure we have gone to space.
Let me ask you, what makes you believe on the idea of the astronauts going to space and not believing on the idea of the astronauts going to moon?
The moon part was, first of all, okay. I'm talking on my behalf. I think it was in a point. It was just a point. It was man measuring their nini.
The same way with the space.
No. This moon project, the moon whatever. It was just between the Soviets and the Americans.
Yeah, I know.
It was just about being the superpower and the first person.
Okay.
So I think the Americans trick the other guys, waka stage manage whatever they did. Personally, I'm not to be beaten.
The same equipment that they used to go to the moon are the same equipment that they used to go to space with.
Yes.
So what make anyway you itatupeleka because these are images that we see.
Okay.
Like the images of aliens. Images of aliens.
Okay. Do you believe in satellites? Are there satellites?
Satellites ziko hata hapa kwa world ziko si wameweka satellites.
No. Do you believe there is a physical thing revolving around the earth that is man-made and has been put there by a man to revolve around the earth?
No, there's a difference between if you ask me, do you know?
No.
Or do you believe? Those are two different things. Because a belief can either be true or false.
Okay.
If you tell me, do you believe? It can be either true or false. But knowledge is something I know that is a phone. I know this is a car. You see?
Okay.
You cannot ask me, do you believe this is a car?
Do we have satellites? Do we have satellites in space?
I don't know even if anybody can go to space. If somebody have not gone to space, then who put there the satellites?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying if a person has gone to space. Are there satellites?
Then who put the satellite there? If somebody did not go there.
Okay. You know, you don't put it there. You put it in orbit. You see?
Okay. Me, I don't know if I believe or not. They say that there is a satellite in space. They say. I haven't. In fact, I only see images. I don't know. In fact, that knowledge is far. Not even knowledge. That belief is far from me.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Donald Trump anaishi.
Donald Trump, I see, he speaks, I see him daily. Yes, anaishi na kesho kuna lecture.
No, just you have never hujaipatana na yeye.
Yes.
Unamuonaga kwa images, unasikia sauti yake.
Yes.
And you believe that guy lives.
Yes.
Yes.
Believe. You say believe?
No.
Yes, continue now.
Believe or no?
Yeah.
Okay, we are talking of the two things interchangeably. Lakini sahi unaamini Donald Trump anaishi. You see?
Yeah.
But nikikuonyesha the same images, nikikuonyesha the rockets going up, nikikuonyesha the satellite images za Earth na zikiangalia huko juu zikienda kwa moon, you don't believe that.
Why should I believe it if while nobody has proven to me?
Has anybody proven to you Donald Trump anaishi?
Let me tell you.
Who proved it to you?
This is what I've seen. To understand. Donald Trump, now there is media. True. If somebody tells you now, you've never gone to America.
I've never.
Do you know America exists?
Yes, I do.
There are people who have gone to America and come back.
Yes.
We can ask them and they can tell us, there is America.
Yes.
I went and I came back.
Yes.
Yes. So the same way there are people we can ask Donald Trump, do you exist? Have you ever? There are people whom we can ask. They'll say yes, Donald Trump exists.
Yes.
I've seen him. Yeah, they can even maybe show us photos where they took with Donald Trump.
Yes.
So it can be a fact that Donald Trump anaishi sawa sawa. Now these people who went to the moon.
No.
Let me start with the moon. No, let me start. This is the same thing. The moon and space are the same.
No, they are not the same.
They are the same because the way to the moon is the same. You must go through space.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, the same way they dress when they go to space is the same way they dress when they went to the moon.
Yes.
So the same images they show us. We dress this way. Okay. We went to the
comes. Okay, you have just told me that if a person comes and proves to you with a photo, na image na kukuongelesha kuambia I have seen the Donald Trump.
Yes.
What's so special na kukwambia I have been into space?
The guy who went to moon,
we have right now we have a 24-hour live stream.
From where?
From space.
Do they see moon
in the
from
ICC.
that live stream? Do they see moon?
ISS is up.
Let me ask you. Do they see moon from that live stream? From that live stream. Have they ever captured moon?
Oh yes.
So you can go to the moon.
You can picture the moon.
So you from there. Because you can picture the moon from there, that means you can go to the moon.
Oh yes, you can.
So why don't you believe that they went to the moon and yet you are believing that they have gone to space?
They have gone to space.
If in space you can see the moon, then you can go there.
Yes, you can go. Even right now we can go to the moon. But
the most recent time that somebody has gone to the moon, when was that?
16 whatever.
Oh, when is today?
2000.
Do we have better technology?
Oh yes.
Why don't they go now and return?
And sasa hiyo ndio mimi nakuja. That's where I fall on my part. Now I don't think we went to the moon. It was just a draft. I personally don't, because we have better technology now. We have everything right now, but because the other time niliona wakisema ati they are planning in 2025 or 2026 somewhere sometime to come. They're simulating how the body of a man will react to the moon environment. As in, this is being written by New York Times, a very credible,
prominent.
Okay. But now my question is, we already know how to react.
Yeah.
So by the mere writing of this thing, we are just experimenting how we'll do, how the body will react. It shows you this never happened.
What I say, in fact, just in concluding that whole thing is that you said according to you they did not go to the moon.
According to me.
And I've just asked you, the same way they dress when they go to the moon and the same way they dress when they go to the space is the same. Yet the one to the moon, you say they choreographed.
Yes.
And the one on the one for space, you're saying it is true. Anyway, according to me, I'll say these things we have been told, we have been taught, understand? And even these issues of easy flying, whatever, easy aliens, UFOs, and the aliens, all of them we are being told that we are being shown. It doesn't mean that they are true.
I don't think we have ever been shown an image of an UFO.
We've been shown, we have them. Images in the internet. You see many of them.
Where?
Can I Google for you?
Okay.
Should I Google for you?
In 2024, we have a very good camera.
Yeah.
A very clear camera. A very well, bro, a very clear.
So that is why I'm telling you.
Cameras that can capture the image of the moon.